welcome to today's lesson. You are watching me live today, and welcome if you are watching the replay. Okay, look at my first slide. We have 16 points to get through. We are going to look at subject-verb agreement. You can see this is a pretty big topic, so I'm going to go through everything step by step. Today is going to be less interactive. I won't click on so many comments because I have to get through all of this information. Okay, we're going to go from beginner to advanced. For example, look at point number 1. What does subject-verb agreement mean? We'll start with the basics. If I go through to number 11, we're going to look at collective nouns because things are different in British English and American English. And just so you know, I'm American, but I do want to teach you the difference between British English and American English in today's lesson. That's important for all my international students. So, if you want to write me a comment, if you want to say hello, I am so happy, but I'm not going to click on all of them today. Let's start. And would you like today's notes? If you want to join my membership, GRAVOTION, you can download all these notes after the lesson and have them all in one place. Okay, now let's really start. First, what does subject-verb agreement mean? I know you've heard of it, but what does this mean? This means the verb needs to match, needs to agree with the subject. Look at the picture. Two people are shaking hands. They agree. Subject, verb. You already know this. Subject. Let's take the verb be. I am, you are, he, she, it is, we are, they are. That is subject-verb agreement. I do, you do, he, she, it does, we do, they do. Again, that is subject-verb agreement. You know, if you know this stuff on the chart, you're already 90% there. You already know this. Ooh, I'm seeing lots of hellos. I love this. Keep your hellos coming. And at any point, pause the lesson if you need more time to look at the slides. There's going to be a lot. Here are some examples. Look at the left side. We have good, subject-verb agreement. I like you. She wasn't nice. She was not nice. Have you seen it? Then we see on the right side, bad subject-verb agreement. I likes you. She weren't nice. Has you seen it? That doesn't work. Basic review. I want you to do this. I'm gonna sit here for about a minute while you go through 1 through 6 and just choose the correct verb. That's it. I'll give you about a minute. You can start now. A lot of you are writing the answers in the comments, which is perfect. That works. 10 more seconds. Okay, let's check the answers together. Again, pause whenever you need to. Caleb has an online dating profile. He has. My dogs are called Thor and Rio. My dogs, they are. Do your parents, do they live nearby? The people I met were nice. They, plural, they were nice. Some students don't have login details yet. They don't. Steven's mom works in a bank. She works in a bank. There we go. If you got those correct, you know this. You have no problem with subject-verb agreement. Let's get more specific. If there is one subject and multiple verbs, the agreement stays the same. My dad is the subject. We see multiple verbs. My dad cleans the kitchen, takes out the trash, goes for a run, and feeds the dog every evening. Subject-verb agreement, it stays the same. Before bed, I brush my teeth, set my alarm, and scroll through my phone for an hour. One subject, multiple verbs, it doesn't matter. Good. Next point. If the subject is far away from, I'm trying to get my fingers in the camera, okay. If the subject is far away from the verb, the agreement stays the same. That also doesn't change. The distance doesn't matter. Let's look at that first sentence there. The box of old photographs belongs to my grandfather. X. Some students think, photographs. Photographs is plural, so we need a plural verb belong. Photographs belong. The box of old photographs is singular. We're looking at box. The box of old photographs is singular, so we need a singular verb belongs. The same thing happens with one of. And this is a common mistake. One of my friends. Some students think friends is plural. Friends are. One of my friends is an architect. One of my dogs has fleas. Fleas. Look at the picture. That is a flea. You know, the little bugs that make your pets itch. One of your shoelaces is undone. You better tie your shoes. There we go. One of, plural noun, singular verb. If you want to practice, put some examples in the comments. And I'm seeing lots of nice comments here. Good. Let's keep moving. At the start of this lesson, I said I'm gonna go through all of these slides, and I have to. I gotta get through them. I think I have 30 slides. Okay, again, your turn. Which verb is correct? Read the sentence and choose has or have. Good, lots of good answers. Let's take a look. Right, the subject is a collection. That's singular, a collection of ancient artifacts discovered during the construction of a new subway station in central Rome is all just extra information. Even though the subject and the verb are far apart, we still need that subject-verb agreement. A collection has attracted. That's your answer. Okay, let's move on. And a lot of you are giving me your answer perfect. Keep your answers coming. Wonderful. This is important. Native speakers do not always use perfect subject-verb agreement. They don't. Please remember this as we go through all the steps in today's lesson. Because there's gonna be so many steps, keep this in mind. Native speakers don't always do this perfectly either, so don't worry. Okay, exception time. There are always exceptions in English grammar. Look at the orange part. This is standard. My sister and brother. That's plural. My sister and brother are younger than I am. They are. This is standard grammar. But let's look at that red light, exception. Some plural subjects are always seen as one unit, so we treat them like a singular noun. Peanut butter and jelly. This is a really common combination. Peanut butter and jelly is a classic combination. Even though we technically have two nouns, so it's plural, it's one unit. Peanut butter and jelly is a classic combination. Beans and rice. We can say this very quickly. Beans and rice. Beans and rice. Beans and rice is a common dish in many countries. Again, two nouns, but it's a singular idea. Law and order. Law and order was an important campaign issue. It was. Was the bed and breakfast nice? Was the bed and breakfast nice? A bed and breakfast is a small independent hotel, and when you book your room, it comes with breakfast. In the morning, you get breakfast. In English, we often say a B&B. I'm staying at a B&B, bed and breakfast. So if you're reading something or you hear something and you think, what, there are two nouns, that's plural, why are they using a singular verb? This might be a reason. Check. Do you think this is the reason? Good. Sorry, I have to click on one comment. Dalton says beans and rice is a common dish in Brazil. Yes. Okay, good. Are you ready to keep moving? I think we can keep going. We can keep going. Classic question. There is or there are. We have to look at the noun after the verb. Is it singular or plural? That gives you your answer. First example, there is a free space. When you're driving, oh, there's a free space. A free space is singular, so we need is. We look at the noun after the verb. There are. Why do we use are? Because 24 different colors to choose from is plural. There are 24 different colors to choose from. There is a banana, kiwi, strawberry, and grapes in the bowl. After is, we have a singular noun, banana. There is a banana. There are grapes. There are grapes, a kiwi, strawberry, and banana in the bowl. So you can see the last two sentences mean the same thing. It's just you want to go for the noun that's immediately after the verb. If it's plural, use are. If it's singular, use is. Both of these bottom sentences are fine. Really good, yes. Someone mentioned bread and butter. Exactly, that's a common combination, bread and butter. Okay, let's keep moving with there is or there are. It's your turn. There is, there are. I'm gonna give you a minute. Again, I'm gonna sit back and relax. Actually, I'm gonna use my phone because I can't keep track of a minute. That's too long for me. I can't concentrate. Okay. Choose is or are. Let me put a minute on. By the time I'm done, a minute's gonna be up. Okay. 1 minute. Some of you are writing your answers in the chat. Yeah. Nice. Whew. 1 minute is a long time. We still have almost 20 seconds. Okay, that's a minute. That's good enough. Okay. Nice. I love it. Let's check the answers together. And, look at number 8. Someone at the door. At the door means someone knocked or rang the doorbell. Is there someone at the door? Here we go. Let's look at this together. Number 1. There is a hot air balloon. There are too many people here. Too many people. There is a customer waiting. There is something in my shoe. There are a lot of mosquitoes. There is a bottle of water, singular. There is a bottle of water and sandwich. There are 2 cats and 1 dog. There is someone at the door. Good. Let's keep moving. Right. Native speakers will often just say there is, contracted theirs, because it's faster and easier than there are, or the contracted version, there are. There are. So when people are speaking quickly, theirs is super common. Number 1, there's my keys. I was looking for them. There's a few reasons why she left. There's bad people in this world. Look, there's Kelly and Phil. Is this correct English? No, it's not correct grammar, but it's super common. That's why I'm telling you about this. So at the bottom, I've written, but for careful formal writing or grammar tests, use there are with plural subjects. There are my keys. That is correct. Why am I teaching you about this bad grammar? Because people say it. It's really common, and I don't want you to be confused when you hear it. It's not correct. It's just fast and easy. The same thing for where is, where are, here is, here are. Number 1, where is Jessica? Where are the children? Where are my shoes? Common but non-standard again. When native speakers are speaking quickly, they will probably say, where's my shoes? Where's my shoes? Number 4, here is your test. Here are your test results. Common but non-standard, here's your test results. You might hear that. Okay, good. Are you ready to keep moving? I think my next slide is another rule. It's another rule. Okay. Take a look at this list. Anybody, anyone, either, everybody, everyone, neither, no one, nobody, somebody, someone. These words are really common, but they all take a singular verb. Sometimes we think, everybody? But that's plural, everybody. All of these words are treated as singular. For example, everyone was on time. Everyone were on time. We'll look at more examples. Okay, this looks like a quiz. It's not a quiz. These are just different options. Does anybody? Does anyone have a pen I could borrow? So what's the difference between anybody, anyone? They're the same thing. Use them interchangeably, no problem. But if I want to be super specific, anybody is less formal, so I put a baseball cap on it. And anyone is a little bit more formal, so I put a top hat on it. But they're the same. Don't stress about that. Number 2, same thing. Everybody is ready for the test. Everyone is ready for the test. Same thing. Somebody hasn't thrown away their trash. Someone hasn't thrown away their trash. The same. Nobody knows the truth. No one knows the truth. Neither of the answers is correct. That sounds weird, right? Neither of the answers is correct. We need that singular verb. Either decision. I don't care. Either decision is fine by me. So when you think about these words here, when you use these words, use a singular verb. Think about that subject-verb agreement. Quick question from Ahmed. Somebody is noun or verb? Somebody is a noun. Somebody is a noun. It can be your subject. Okay, let's keep moving. Let's keep going. And there's going to be a lot of information. So I really just want you to sit back, relax, and just listen to the rules. Listen to the guidelines. You don't need to use this perfectly today. Nope. Okay. Another common question. Each and every takes a singular verb. Each, every plus singular verb. What's the difference between each and every? Usually they are the same. But each often focuses on the individual. You can point each specific one. Every more has a feeling of a group focus in general. But usually these two words are the same. Every passport has a biometric chip inside it. Every day is a new day to improve your English. Every device needs regular updates. Each application goes through a review process. Each child was given a permission slip for their parents to sign. So after each and every, not only do we need that singular verb, we also need a singular noun after it. In the first example, every passports, every singular. Every passport has. Good. Okay. One question, let me go back one slide because this is a question I think a lot of people have. Sorry. In sentence number 3, someone hasn't thrown away their trash. In English, when we don't care about male or female, we just say their or they. It's really easy. For example, whose phone is this? Someone forgot their phone here. This means we don't know if it's a man or a woman. That's why, so it's very common. Okay. Good. Each, every, done. Let's move on. We can do this. Okay, now we're going to look at American English versus British English. At the top, collective nouns. Collective nouns refer to groups of people or things like family, team, staff, police, and government. In American English, mostly singular for collective nouns. British English is a little bit more flexible here. I will give you some more details. In British English, collective nouns can be singular or plural depending on meaning. Police. Police is plural in both, for both American and British English. This might seem a bit confusing, so I think we need a few examples. Okay. Specifically British English. If someone uses a singular verb, the group is seen as one unit. If someone uses a plural verb, the group is seen as individual members. On the left, the team. The team is working in room B. However, you might hear someone say, the team are deciding what to do next. Here, in the second example, someone is thinking about the team as individual people. The team are deciding what to do next. Both sentences are correct. This is common in British English. Americans generally just use the singular verb, is. Let's compare some more. British English. My family is large. My family are arguing. American English. My family is large. My family is arguing. British. The government is introducing a law. The government are divided. The government is introducing a law. The government is divided. Back to British English. The staff was helpful. The staff are on strike. American English. The staff was helpful. The staff is on strike. And police is plural for both. The police are investigating. The police are investigating. Keep this in mind. If you don't know which one to choose, singular or plural, always go for singular. You'll never be wrong. Okay. Whenever I say something like, this is how it is in grammar, these are the rules, I just want to show you that with the language, it's never 100% definite. I use something called a Google Ngram viewer. You can check it out. Maybe you use it as well. This tells you which phrase is more common or which is more popular in all the books that have ever been published. So I know it's really small, but the police are is at the top and the police is at the bottom. So maybe you might see someone somewhere using the police is. But look how much more common the police is. And it depends. The next example I found is choir. A choir is a group of singers. The choir are, you can see they're really close. There really isn't that big of a difference. How do you know which words can be used with either a singular or plural noun? I have a list for you. Sorry, can be used with a singular or plural verb? That's correct. Here we go. Okay. Here's a list of common collective nouns that usually take a singular verb, especially in American English. But you may see with a plural verb. Take a moment, just reading through this list. You can always come back, pause the video, and go through each and every one of these. Or if you want to download all the notes, you don't have to copy any of these down. So this is a good time for me to play you my GRAVOTION ad. Give me 45 seconds, please. I'll play the ad and then we'll get back to our lesson. Do you want the notes for today's lesson? Join GRAVOTION, my fast-growing platform where grammar, vocabulary, and emotion meet. Download the notes for today's lesson, plus hundreds of other PDFs ready to use. You'll also get access to my complete grammar course roadmap, so you'll never wonder, how do I learn grammar? Where do I start? And the best part, the community. Join and connect with English learners from all around the world, just like you. Write GRAVOTION in the comments, and I'll personally send you a link to join. Let's get back to the lesson. Okay, let's move on. Next rule. Adjective groups always take a plural verb. I am sure you are sick of me saying singular verb, plural verb. Well, that's subject-verb agreement. What do I mean by adjective groups? Let's take a look at this list right there. The rich means rich people. The poor, poor people. The youth, young people. The homeless, people without homes. The elderly, old people. The unemployed, people without jobs. The sick people. The dead people. The deaf, people who can't hear. Or the blind, people who can't see. These adjective groups are really common, especially in formal English, even though we're talking about a group. We are talking about a group even though the words look singular. For example, the homeless. The homeless need more support during the winter. The homeless needs? We need that plural verb. The youth. The youth are spending more time online than previous generations. I think we know that. Last example, the dead. The dead come out of their graves every Halloween. The dead comes. We need a plural verb. Okay, good. Let's keep moving. Next rule. Money, time, distance. Usually these IDs are seen as one thing, even though they look plural. $50 is. What? $50? That's plural. It's a unit of money. It's one group. $50 is too expensive for lunch. $5 doesn't cover parking. I need more money. 3 years is a long time to wait. 2 hours feels short. when you're busy. Distance. Distance. 10 miles is too far to walk. When I'm cycling means on your bike. When I'm cycling, 5 miles takes about 20 minutes. So remember this, money, time, distance, money, time, distance. Singular verb. And we only have a couple more things to look at. Just a few more slides, then we're done. Okay. Nouns that end in S, but always take a singular verb. Is the news good? News is always plural. We never say a new. It's news. Is the news good? The news says. The news says temperatures will drop this weekend. Drop means go down. The temperatures will go down this weekend. Politics is always plural. We never say politic. Politics gives. Politics gives me a headache. Series. That series on Netflix was. That series was disappointing. I didn't like it. No good. Mathematics. Mathematic? Mathematics is a core subject in every school. News, politics, series, mathematics. That's always written as a plural, but it's actually singular. Amit says the new news. Yes, we could say the new news. Next list. There are a lot of lists in this lesson. Here are nouns that are always plural, even though they are one item. We got to look at some American English and British English. Pants. I should have chosen a better picture. Pants are what you wear on your legs. Men and women wear pants. So in American English, pants is that thing in the picture. I know the picture looks like a skirt, but sorry, they are pants. In British English, pants means underwear. So in British English, you wouldn't tell someone, "Ooh, I like your pants." That means something a bit different. In British English, you would say trousers. That's for the long things that cover your legs. Pants, pants, trousers. Jeans. Jeans are really common, right? Jeans. Shorts. Pajamas, pajamas. I just chose, I put the different spelling on there for you. American spelling, British spelling. You can choose the one you like. Pajamas. Again, all of these look plural, even though they are one thing. Glasses. Sunglasses. Scissors. Scissors. Tongs. If you're cooking or if you're barbecuing, you need tongs. Clothes. Pliers. Binoculars. Okay, these look plural, even though they are each one object. What kind of verb do we need? Plural. Plural verb. My pants are too tight. My pants are too tight. I need a bigger size. Your shorts are in the bottom drawer. Pull up the drawer and you'll see your shorts are in the bottom drawer. These pajamas were on sale. Ooh, do these clothes smell? Do these clothes smell to you? And in English, when we say, does this smell? Or do smell? It's never good. If something smells, it's a bad thing. Ooh, do these clothes smell to you? These binoculars were over $1,000. Okay. So these objects are one thing, but they have a plural verb. exception. But pair, if you use the word pair, we need a singular verb. A pair of scissors is on my desk. So I can say, scissors are on my desk, or a pair of scissors is on my desk. A good pair of glasses costs a lot. Glasses cost a lot. A pair of glasses costs a lot. That pair of pliers doesn't work. The pliers don't work, or that pair of pliers doesn't work. You know what? This was the very last slide. I want to go back to the very first slide. Take a look at everything we went through. I mean, that took 40 minutes, which is why I didn't answer any of your questions. I didn't click on any of your comments. There was so much information. Okay, let's end here. Sorry, I was distracted by your comments. Oh, I gotta focus. Okay, let's end here for today. I want to thank you so much for watching. Again, my members, you can download the notes later. If you need to review, come back to this lesson, pause the video, and just repeat the information. I don't know when my next live is going to be, but I'll announce it on my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!